Bruh, stop looking at your bank balance as money. Start looking at it as the hours of your life you'll never get back. Every time you spend, you aren't losing cash, you're losing your finite time on this earth. And the system is designed to make sure you stay out of time. Everyone gives you the same boring advice. Just save your money. They make it sound like a simple game of discipline. Put it in a bank, keep it safe, and one day you'll be free. But let's stop pretending. Saving money in today's world isn't a math problem. It's a survival battle that you are rigged to lose. Think about it. You start the month with a goal. You sacrifice. You don't buy that new shirt, you eat home-cooked meals every single day, and you skip every outing with your friends. You do everything right. But then the real world hits. Your car's transmission fails, an unexpected medical bill shows up, or your landlord decides his profit is more important than your stability and raises the rent. Suddenly, that savings you spent 30 days building is wiped out in 30 seconds. You aren't saving for a future, you're just building a temporary cushion for the next disaster. And even if you are one of the lucky ones who manages to keep the money in the bank, you're still being robbed. While you're sleeping, a silent thief called inflation is inside your bank account, stealing the value of every dollar you own. Look at the numbers. If you had $10,000 in 2020, that same money buys you significantly less today. You didn't spend a dime, but you lost thousands in purchasing power. You are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week for a piece of paper that loses its strength every time the government prints more of it. The banks love your savings. They take your hard-earned money, lend it out at 15% interest to someone else, and give you back a pathetic 0.5% as a thank you. They're getting rich off your discipline, while you struggle to keep up with the cost of milk and eggs. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly how it was designed. It's designed to keep you on a treadmill. You run harder, you save more, but the finish line keeps moving further away. You aren't saving, you're just participating in a slow-motion robbery where you are the victim and the bank is the witness. Let's talk about the thief that lives in your circle. Even if you manage to escape the banks and the inflation, you have to face the most dangerous enemy of all, your own pride. We live in an era where everyone is performing their lives. You open your phone and you're hit with a flood of images. Your old school friend just bought a luxury car. Your cousin is on a trip to Europe, and your colleague just got the latest $1,200 iPhone. You're sitting there with your modest savings, and suddenly you feel small. You feel like you're falling behind. This is the comparison trap, and it's a black hole for your wealth. The pressure isn't just online, it's in your real life. It's that friend who mocks your old car. It's that family gathering where everyone is judging you by the brand of your watch or the location of your house. You don't want to be the poor relative. You don't want to be the cheap friend who always says no to expensive dinners. So what do? You spend the money you worked 300 hours to earn just to get 3 seconds of approval from people who don't even care about you. You are trading your life's energy for a status symbol that will be outdated by next year. You are buying a mask to hide your financial insecurity, but the mask is so expensive that it's making you more insecure every day. Think about the psychology of rewards. You tell yourself, I've worked so hard, I deserve this luxury. But is it a reward if it keeps you a slave to your job for another year? Is it a gift to yourself if it drains your emergency fund? No, it's a bribe that your ego pays to your brain to keep you from realizing that you are broke. The system has mastered the art of making spending look like success. Every influencer you follow is a walking billboard designed to make you feel inadequate with what you have. They sell you a dream, but you pay for it with your reality. Saving money is hard because it requires you to be a social outcast. It requires you to be the person who drives the old car, wears the basic clothes, and stays home while everyone else is out living it up on credit cards. It requires you to be okay with being misunderstood. Most people are fake rich. They have the clothes, the car, and the lifestyle, but they are one missed paycheck away from total disaster. They are drowning in debt to maintain an image of wealth, and the system loves them for it, because a man in debt is a man who can't say no to his boss. A man in debt is a man who's easy to control. Your savings account isn't empty because you don't earn enough. It's empty because you're trying to fund a lifestyle that belongs to a version of you that doesn't exist yet. You are killing your future self to impress people who are already looking for the next person to judge. It's not easy to look like a loser while you're building a kingdom. Actually, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. So, if the banks are robbing you and society is shaming you, what's the move? Do you just give up, spend it all, and accept a life of mediocrity? Most people do. They call it living in the moment. But in reality, they are just surrendering. To win this war, you have to stop looking at money as cash and start seeing it for what it truly is: stored human energy. When you look at that $50 in your hand, don't see a bill. See the 4 hours of your life you traded to get it. When you spend it on something you don't need, you aren't just losing money, you are literally throwing a piece of your life into the trash. The first step to escaping this trap is to become invisible. You have to develop a stomach for being judged. You have to be okay with your friends thinking you've gone broke because you stopped showing up to expensive clubs. You have to be okay with your family thinking you're struggling because you're still driving that old beat-up car. You have to let them win the status war today so you can win the freedom war tomorrow. Silence is your greatest leverage. While they are busy announcing their fake success, you are busy building a real foundation in the shadows. Second, stop playing defense. Saving money to keep it safe is a dead strategy. In an economy that prints money out of thin air, saving is just a slow way to lose. You don't save to hoard, you save to attack. You build your capital so you can buy your way out of the rat race, whether that's through learning a high-income skill, investing in assets that inflation can't touch, or building your own business. But let's be honest, this path is miserable. There will be nights when you feel like a complete loser. You'll see people younger than you enjoying the things you've denied yourself. You'll feel the heavy weight of loneliness because the crowd doesn't go where you're going. You will doubt yourself. You will wonder if the sacrifice is worth it. And that is exactly why most people fail. They want the freedom, but they can't handle the not easy part. The system wants you comfortable and broke. I want you uncomfortable and free. Freedom isn't about how much you can buy, it's about how many people you can say no to. It's about owning your time, your decisions, and your future. The world will tell you it's as simple as saving a few bucks, but you and I both know the truth. Building a life where you are truly in control, it's a brutal, exhausting, and lonely battle. It's not easy, actually. If you're tired of the fairy tales and ready for the reality of the grind, stay with us. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join a community that values truth over comfort.